Hey guys, welcome back. We are back after a long break. As last time we recapped week two of What About Them Cowboys as they beat the Chargers. Well, in this segment, we know what we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about the Dallas Cowboys, America's team, and they went into week three after playing man-to-man close game in week one against the defending champs after their loss after Greg the Leg missed a lot of field goals and Cowboys defense was not great at all and the head coach made horrible decisions. And they went to week two and they were not expected to win this game because even though they did not score a touchdown and mostly every point was either a field goal. So the Cowboys went in week three playing Jalen Hurts and the Eagles on paper are one of the worst teams in the league, and they will be after they moved on after Carson Wentz. But the Dallas Cowboys entered this game coming off winning coming off a winning field goal by Greg Zerline against the Chargers, and we knew that he had to go off last week. And in this one, because last game also they showed a quality win, and they had to prove it again against the lowly Eagles, but the Eagles couldn't go off at any moment. But the Cowboys dominated on both sides. But the most important in all of this is a win. Is a win as they're 2-1 on the season because you gotta watch the tight end of the Dallas Cowboys is Dalton Schultz, and that's a player I put him on the bench in my fantasy, which I maybe switched between the Ravens tight end Andrews, but we'll see how, like how will the projected points be because he's more of a blocking tight end, but he's a receiving threat, which is another sleeper for the Dallas Cowboys. And as for the Eagles, they showed in this game in one word, and that's dysfunction. And they were dysfunctional, especially when the Eagles played defense, and the Eagles got penalized so many times. But and the offense is also bad. It's not fun to watch. It's garbage. But there's one bright spot for the Eagles, and that was Jalen Hurts. Because Jalen Hurts had a great game himself. And that was Jalen Hurts' first game on a national stage, which is national television. And Jalen Hurts, gentlemen, shot through 25 for 39. And that's not super efficient, but that's great for a rookie quarterback. Threw for 326 yards, scored two touchdowns, and but gave up two picks. But for the Dallas Cowboys, well, before we talk about the Cowboys, the Eagles need a lot of help. And the Eagles need to work together as a team on both sides on the field, and they need to give again Jalen Hurts a lot of support because in this one, their defense was complete garbage because you can't be going to a national televised game and give up 41 to the Dallas Cowboys because now the Eagles are 1 and 2 in the season and the America's team are first in the NFC East at 2-1. And we know that Dak Prescott is going to continue what Dak Attack does, as he only incompleted 5 passes, threw for 21 of 26, threw 230 yards, 3 touchdowns, and the main stat that people always criticize us for is the picks. But guess what, haters? How many picks did he have? None. Dak the Attack had 0 picks. So we know what everyone was doing, and we knew what Greg Zerline did in week two, what all the other on the offensive end, and we just got horrible news for the Dallas defense, as we lost Marcus Lawrence for the rest of the season. After getting back Martin back, getting him back, we got horrible news where, okay, Lawrence, you're out. Boom. And that's a huge hurt for the defense. But we need to see what they're going to do next week as the Cowboys play the Panthers in week 4. And we both know that the Cowboys are going to beat the Panthers. But we don't rely 100% on the defense, because offense, Dallas Cowboys on one of the top teams in the league on the offensive end. But on the defense, they're one of the worst teams in this era of Dallas football. The worst in defense. Defense in special teams, defense in the end zone, before halftime, after halftime, it's garbage. And I'm a Cowboys fan. I've been a Cowboys fan since the Dallas Cowboys started. And the defense was not always a huge problem. They were not the best, but they were never the worst until Tony Romo got retired, and they brought Dak, and they brought this, and they brought that, and they have become one of the worst defensive teams, especially in the NFC, the defensive side, on all things, special teams and everything. But the one player that we needed to step up and stop playing like he was playing last year, is there was no more Ezekiel Elliott, because Zeke the Freak returned in week 3. Because Zeke the Freak had 17 carries, ran for 95 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Ezekiel Elliott did not have a great game in the first couple games. Because in the first game, he only ran for 33 yards, no touchdowns. In week 2, much better. He had much better. And he catched 26 yards in week 2. But in week 3 is where this man had to go off, because he was playing like Ezekiel Elliott. But he was on the first couple games, he wasn't playing like Zeke the Freak. He was playing like Ezekiel Elliott. And he went off with 95 yards and 2 touchdowns. So, like, Dak had 3 TDs, Ezekiel Elliott had 2, Dalton Schultz had 2 as well, as he uh, catched 80 yards, 6 catches, averaged 13.3. And for the Eagles, they were garbage. Sanders only had 2 carries the whole game. Zach Ertz catched for 53 yards only. And the only bright spot for the Eagles was Jalen Hurts. But you can't mess with the Dallas Cowboys. It's America's team. What about them Cowboys? And the Cowboys are 2-1 on the season. They will be playing the Panthers, and that's at 12 p.m. Eastern Time in Dallas on Sunday. And we will recap once the Cowboys play the Panthers on Monday night, so tune into that. And also tune in for tomorrow, as we will do a NHL preview. We will be previewing all divisions, the 4 divisions. So the Pacific Division, the Central Division, the Metro Division, and the important one, which is the Atlantic Division. So tune in tomorrow for that, and make sure, guys, if you haven't subscribed, just hit the subscribe button. It takes 2 seconds to do. You click the button, you turn notifications on, and that's it. And you join the Grind Never Stop podcast. You join the movement. But again, thanks for all the subscribers I have currently, as I have 270. It's getting close to the 300 mark. We're also on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcast, Apple, and all your podcast platforms. So tune in, as we'll be busy this season. So we're going to recap Cowboys and Panthers next on Tuesday. Tune in for tomorrow for NHL preview, and also we're going to do the NBA preview as well after the Dallas Cowboys recap. But guys, thanks for tuning in to a segment of the Grind Grind Never Stops podcast. This is your host, DJ Joe, signing out. Mamba